Do you hear the kids in the background?
I hear nothing. But hello everyone and welcome to the podcast. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons and more importantly have a lot of fun doing it. This will be the 29th episode of the Precipice of Dreams. If it's your first time here, welcome. And if you've been here with us before, welcome back. We really appreciate that all of you are coming along on this adventure with us. So, how's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. Hakuna Matata.
Well.
Hakuna Matata, Aedon.
Yeah.
Praise Aedon.
Praise Aedon. So we're all ready for the pray-off then?
Challenge you to a pray-off.
That's why I'm here, man. I want to see this epic pray-off between the priest and the what is it? Paladin? We don't know.
Templar.
Yeah.
Gar.
Anyway, before we dive into the action, let's talk some social media. Michel?
Well, classic. We have it. So
it is true.
So what? Yes, it's very true. So what do you like? Do you like Discord? We have it. So come over there, hang out with us, chat. There's all these different topics and great blog posts by our DM. We share artwork, we share stories, we share ideas, we talk about stuff. It's great. You like Instagram? We have it. We post all our artwork there. You like YouTube? Well, do I have the thing for you? It's our YouTube channel. You can watch all our previously live streamed content right there. Do you love Twitch? I hope so, because I think you might be here right now watching this live. So follow us there. It really helps us out. If you have any other or social media accounts that you want to go and visit us, go to our link tree. That's linktr.ee/vodcastlive. You can find links to all our social media right there. And really just hang out with us, talk to us, follow, like, subscribe, all that jazz. If you like what you see, it really helps us out. So, and for those that are already supporting us, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Definitely, yeah. Well, usually we talk about what other shows are coming up, but it's summer season, so I think
I've got one tomorrow still.
You got one tomorrow still? Nice. Then tomorrow we have
Jasper's Laboratory, where we will be continuing my how I prepped and how I'm approaching the adventure called a Dramour Mystery, which is a homebrew campaign that I run, and I'll give you all the ins and outs. We'll continue the discussion, so to say. Yeah, or awesome. The monologue. More monologue than a discussion, really, but you know.
Well, so join him in the chat and talk to him and make it a dialogue.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Also, later this week, we will have this episode that you're currently watching drop on YouTube. We will have our special Call of Cthulhu one-shot drop on YouTube. And the latest episode of Jasper's Laboratory drop on YouTube. So,
nice.
Go check it out. I have to say that I was really a big fan of the Call of Cthulhu one. We had such a great time with our friends from Top Down Tabletop. So go check them out as well. They were so awesome. And they will be back in the future.
Wow.
For things and stuff.
Things and stuff, always nice.
But don't forget our Ash.
We'll have
Ash, our good friend Ash. Of course.
We almost forgot Ash.
Okay, sorry, so can I finish a sentence now? Yeah?
No, you can't.
Okay, then you guys go. Let me know when I'm needed.
It has just been proven that you can't finish a sentence because we interrupt you.
Yeah.
Okay, you can go on. Do your thing.
Sure?
Yes.
Yes.
That was one sentence. No, starting next week,
we'll be
on a bit of a hiatus. I'm gonna mute you now, god damn it. There, serve mute. Done. So starting next week, we'll be on a bit of a hiatus for the entire month of August. And we'll be back in September, and then we'll continue with everything we're doing. So we'll continue with Parallel Projections, Talking Void, Jasper's Laboratory, and of course, Precipice of Dreams. So we're sorry, but apparently we need vacations too.
Yeah,
You thought,
they do.
right?
There might still be a Talking Void within August, because that will be before the next Precipice. So that
Should
we'll
be
do that one.
next week then? Or
No, not
but
in
not
3
next
weeks. Yeah.
Okay,
Or
well,
if
keep an
you
eye out for
don't-
that. We'll let you know when it is. There you can find. We'll announce it on all of our social medias.
No. Wait, Roger, don't fall for it. I know what he's trying to do. He wants to keep his advantage in episode numbers with Talking Void. That's why he's trying to jam one in. Because if there isn't a Talking Void
Yeah,
episode,
We
then the
both
Precipice
know,
will.
because you and me, we both know that he doesn't have an advantage at all. Because
No, we
we have
know.
two Precipice
that
of Dreams episodes that are called specials, but
Yes.
they count nonetheless.
Yep, they count. That's true.
So welcome to the
actually-
31st
numbers.
episode of the Precipice of Dreams. No.
He already lost.
Yeah.
Also, there's 5 episodes that we never put on our YouTube channel, which were the first 4 or 5 episodes. So.
True.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, we have some new emotes in our chat on Twitch for the subscribers. So if you're a sub, please try them out. Let us know what you think. And we'll be putting them on the Discord as well. And you can even redeem some of your channel points if you're not subbed and unlock them for the day. So there we go.
I'm so happy with them. Eric, you did such a great job.
Thank you.
Damn adverts. Yeah. Sorry, actually. We'll start soon. TM. Well, talking about starting soon, we should start soon. So here's an intro. Such animals. Yeah.
Anyway.
Eric.
Okay.
Would you like to repeat what you just said?
No, I'll just do the recap.
Public lynching.
Okay, so the last time I had to do the recap, I ended with the phrase, "to death and glory." Let's not try that again, shall we? When last we met our band of adventurers, they finally returned to their own world, reality, dream, whatever you want to call it, after their adventures in the Grove. They were accompanied by the Pixie Petal, the Druid Sam, and an echo of Thomas that had not come to pass. Yeah, okay, that's correct. An echo of Thomas that had not come to pass, and were greeted by an oblivious Bowen Goodheart, for whom time stood still these last 2 weeks. They had a chance to say the final farewell to their fallen comrade Thomas, and after an emotional farewell, they continued their journey to Woudford. On their way to Woudford, Sam was on a lore-dropping spree, and a lot of questions were answered, while other questions arose. If you want to know more, watch the previous episode.
Would you like to know more?
Yeah. After arriving at Woudford, the party went to the now partly recovered Sir Gunther to deliver the news of his fallen squire. Once again, emotions ran high, but Gunther thanked the party for their support and decided to continue the journey to Brentwick together with the party. Last but not least, Gunther introduced the party to their latest member, Quintus, a Knight Templar of Aedon. After reports of the strange events in which the party was involved reached the church, Quintus was tasked to accompany the party on their journeys, to aid them during their journeys. Wow, this is so well written. And now we continue on the road to Brentwick. Will the party finally reach their elusive destination? What other terrors does the world hold in store for them? Find out on tonight's episode of the Precipice of Dreams.
Awesome.
Nice. Still nice.
Just one small thing.
Yeah.
Quintus, member of the party. I'm sorry. I don't
feel that way as well.
I don't think we agree to that just yet. If you
Not yet.
at this point, he seems to be more of a spy of the party, or maybe a stalker of the party.
Heed my words. The last time I said to death and glory and someone died, Quintus will be a party member.
Nice.
He's not wrong.
He's super right. It will come to pass.
We'll see.
When we last left off, you guys retired to your own rooms here in the Cobalt Garrison. You left Gunther in his own room, and I think Quintus had his own room already, and that left the 5 of you to split up, because both Sam and Petal are still here as well.
Oh yeah. I take the left room. I mean, I'm not going to divide. I'm not going to divide any rooms.
Both rooms
I was
are the
working
right
with you.
room, right?
I just walk past everyone. I'm that tired.
Yeah.
We fought a battle. We hiked through the forest. We had some emotional conversations. We had a lot of knowledge injected into our brains. It is. Oddleaf is that tired, and I take the left room and collapse on a bed or mattress or a pile of hay, whatever you will.
Well, it's actually it's more of a bunk. It's
I crash in the same room. I think I already described this in the previous episode.
could be.
Yeah.
So I'll take Sam and Petal with me.
Okay. Good. But you all fall fast asleep?
I think so. After
I hope
everything
so.
that happened.
Okay, yeah, then at some point you wake up, and it's probably morning.
Is it?
Well, if you look out the window...
I look
then,
around.
It's morning.
What
I go and
do I
find the
see?
kitchen.
Hmm?
I go and find the
No,
kitchen.
I heard you. I didn't hear Michel.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I said, what do I see?
Well, you look out against the wooden wall of Woodford. So it's these large logs that are driven into the ground that you see, and you see the familiar sight of a dawn, like this yellowish hue in the sky, and it's been a while since you saw that.
I was going to say, with all this like wooden housing and walls and a soft mattress, we haven't had those things in a while. So I was going to say that I collapsed back on the bed until you said that yes, we haven't seen the sunrise in a while. So that is actually a very good reason to get out of bed, and I do. And I make my way down and step outside and just enjoy the morning breeze and sunrise.
Top of the morning to you, ladies Ravensfinger.
I
Says
look
Quintus as he stands outside staring into the sun.
and good morning to you, Sir Quintus.
So, you have come to praise mighty Aedon? And he points towards the sun. His eye is already upon us, you know.
I came here to watch the sun, yes. It's been a while since we saw that.
Yeah, last time I saw it was yesterday. It was as glorious as today. Let us enjoy the sun together in prayer. And he falls down to one knee and starts muttering a prayer to Aedon.
Oddleaf keeps standing up and looks around. Do I see anything else interesting?
Well, apart from the white lion still hitched to a post there.
Yes.
The normal morning going about is happening all around you, but it's not that...
Dear Sir Quintus, I don't want to interrupt your morning prayers, but I just have to ask. Is she a he? Is your mount? I don't think I've ever seen a lion up close. I mean, maybe when my parents took me to a circus or a carnival someday, but...
Well, you can walk over to it. It won't bite, I hope.
Okay. I make my way over to the lion, and I stretch out my hand carefully towards the lion and just see how the lion reacts.
Well, very favorably. It sniffs your hand for a second, and then it actually comes closer and presses an entire enormous head against you and nudges you a bit.
Oh, awesome! I pet it, scratch it behind the ears, just feel the soft fur and enjoy the sunlight. And
it's a lot of fur. It's a lot of manes. You want to take a look at how it actually looks?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to see
Not
some
too bad. I
artwork?
haven't finished it yet.
So yeah, we're gonna take a break until Eric finishes the artwork.
Going to switch to the other screen.
Yeah. So
Finished.
there he is, Aegis.
Awesome.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Oh, that is a lot of mane. Very cool.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I like
So,
he looks badass. Tough to
like
the
a-
ears.
some kind of idol feeling.
Panther print.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not your average lion. And I like the glow on his feet, even though it's not really a glow, but the highlights and stuff, it makes him a bit ethereal, ephemeral. Don't know what the correct word is.
Yeah,
Looks awesome.
I try something new, and not sure if this will be the finished product, but for now it is.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm just enjoying the morning and the big lion.
Is there
Yeah, but the lion seems strangely at comfort with you, Oddleaf. It's like there's an instant bond between the two of you.
Oh, that's awesome. Usually, everyone immediately reacts to me as if I'm some diseased.
Yeah, might be
thing.
that the lion is just a bad judge of character, but for now it's
Well, awesome. Works in my favor.
Yeah.
Is there a room in our window? Is there a window in our room? Sorry.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, there is.
Can it be opened?
It can.
I open the window and I start flying up to the sun while chanting out the sun song as loudly as I can.
Okay, so you see Solwing taking off out of a window on the first floor.
Sure. Yeah. Same idea. I had.
It startles some of the guards and the normal people just going about their business, and they see this giant bird suddenly fly away. But Bowen was looking for the kitchen. Yeah, so you find the mess hall initially, and there's this huge kitchen where there's a lot of chefs working at the moment to prepare breakfast for all of the guards stationed here, or guards knights stationed here.
Yeah, so Bowen is a bit distracted, and he walks into the kitchen and starts rummaging through the cupboards to find some tools for prepping food and stuff.
Well, this large man approaches you and says, "Can I help you?"
No, I can find my own way. Thank you. Oh, actually, I need a good frying pan for some eggs. So, yeah.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Brother Bowen Goodhart. Sorry, what's your name? Excuse me, where are my manners?
Bert. But this
Hello,
is not
bird.
your kitchen.
I
You're
guess
not
that's true.
part of the Gold Shield. You're not allowed in here.
Oh, truly.
I'm not even sure you're allowed in the garrison.
Well, I think we are kind of guests here, but
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. I'll go, and my head drops a bit, and my shoulders drop, and I just move at half speed towards the exit of the mess hall.
Yeah, as you walk away, you hear someone talking to Bert. What's going on? I don't know. Some guy walking
His
here.
name
Like a
is
confused priest.
Burton Ramsay. the meanest chef in Estes.
Fuck off!
If you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
What is this?
Anyway, yeah.
I make my way outside and I start wandering through the town.
Okay, well, the town is waking up a bit at the same pace as you guys are. There's a lot of bustling about. People are preparing the market square to set up their stalls, and there's some drunk people that go into the hunter's lodge, and some sober people walking out of it, and it's just normal day going about. You do spot the temple, of course, with a large tree growing out of it. It used to be a temple dedicated to Alaris, but now it's refurbished into a temple of Aedon. And you see some priests moving there.
I walk in and I walk up to the altar if I can.
Yeah, on your way you're greeted several times by friendly acolytes, and
I do the same for them, and I get to the altar and I just kneel down and I start praying there for, I think, like a couple of hours or something.
Hours, okay. Okay, then meanwhile.
Okay.
Yeah?
Meanwhile, after like half an hour, I think, I come back down. I don't know if the other two are still outside.
Yeah.
Then I see them and I land next to them with a wide smile on my face, and I say, "It's lovely to be back."
Good morning, Solwing. It
Good
truly
morning.
is.
Good morning.
Although I did love the grove, or parts of it. I don't know, confusing. I liked parts of it. Some parts were really tranquil before everything happened.
Yeah, a lot of the forest was beautiful, and the fruit was good.
Ah,
I hope
there you are, says Sam as he walks outside. I've been wandering
morning.
around in that building for half an hour, I think.
Well, it has
Just
been a
leave
while since
the way Solwing did.
it's been a while since we saw the sun, so I felt I needed to go outside.
Yeah, guess it's the same for me.
Yeah.
He looks up and stares at the
How
clouds.
long have you been there?
I think a little over a century, maybe. Maybe longer. I think longer. 2 centuries? That seems more probable.
You don't know.
Not really, no. I mean,
Fair enough.
it's night and day there, and I was asleep for a while. And then I was awake for a while, and then I was put to sleep for a while. So, it's hard to say. But I think it was a little over 2 centuries.
Well, if there's anything me or my family can help you with, be sure to let me know.
Well, I was thinking about checking out the Temple of Alaris, see if I can get some help.
You mean the Temple of Aedon?
The what? Oh, yeah, Aedon. Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Oh, I can lead you to the temple. That's no problem. Follow me.
I know where it is. It's a tree over there. At least that hasn't changed. That tree is over 200 years old at least.
Okay, but I will accompany you to the temple.
I totally expected you to just repeat that same sentence. I know where it is. Follow me. But I know where it is. It's a tree. I know where it is. Follow me.
Also,
Sorry.
Eric was somewhat inspired by the druid. So, you want to see some more artwork, or are you fine for now?
Man, what's happening?
No, I'm fine for
He's
now.
been busy.
Go.
It's fine for now?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not
let's-
fine for
let's-
now.
Let's start role-playing.
Right.
All these-
So, there he is.
An art eruption. We should have like a video. Oh, cool.
Sam Burgris.
I like him.
Very cool. And you can clearly see he's the bear as well. All
Yeah,
right.
he has the same tattoos. And even a nice detail is that this small
Purple
butterfly on his shoulder is the same as is sitting on his back in its druid form.
Yeah.
Not that that butterfly is always present or something, but it's a nice detail in the artwork. It's an Easter egg.
busy, eh?
Johnson.
He's Sam Normus.
Busy.
Yeah, he's a big fellow, and he looks old in one way, but in another way he's quite spry and seems lively. He's not your average old man, especially not for a human that's over 2 centuries old.
All right.
Is
Oh.
Vessel
And
with it?
the odd thing about him is those tattoos, because they actually glow with a dim bluish whitish light. Yeah,
Is Petal with him too?
yeah, Petal is with him too. Sits on his shoulders
No,
and flutters about every now and then.
That's good. We leave no one behind. Not this.
That sounded so epic for just a stroll through a city.
Leave no man behind.
We leave no man behind.
We are going to the inn.
You're coming
But
too,
you,
Bob?
yeah, you approach the temple, and there's a lot of laity moving inside for the morning prayer. You're not sure what it is about, but I can tell Bowen that there's no mass today, so it's just personal prayers for the believers.
The believers.
But yeah, the temple is it's not that big. There's some steps going upwards, and then you enter this. It's a round building with a hole in the middle where the tree grows out. So it's you have this circular building with a dome on top, with a hole in the roof, and going out. The temple hasn't been that much refurbished. A lot of the old Alaris etchings and decorations are still there, like leaves growing along a pillar, or a statue of Alaris herself is even visible in some corner. But it looks like it has been moved, and that's not the original place. She looks like it's a female warrior huntress. I'm sure you can imagine something with it. She wields a bow, and she has a dragon at her side, actually. And the dragon seems kind of familiar, even though the dragon's very small compared to her.
Okay.
Like one we saw a few days ago. 2 days ago.
Yeah, yesterday.
Oddleaf sighs and sort of mutters, "Oh yeah, so much has happened. I even forgot we saw a dragon."
You saw a dragon?
And she softly laughs a bit to herself. Yes, we did, Sir Quintus. Yesterday, while we were, I don't know, fighting our way out of a very difficult situation.
It was very scary.
I can imagine.
What, you thought the dragon was scary?
Yeah,
I thought it was beautiful.
I was happy that it was on our side.
Oh, for sure. I see what you mean. It would be scary to have to fight a dragon, but then...
There's just not a lot of times that I feel like...
Good thing you ended up with the Spriggan then.
Sorry, why?
Well, she doesn't take kindly to trespassers on her hunting grounds.
Well, I mean... Okay, then I suppose we should be glad we ran into the Spriggan. I really liked Urda. I hope I see her again someday.
Oh yeah, Urda's great. I like her too. Not to say that Rula is that bad, but you have to get to know her, and maybe she has to get to know you even more.
So I point at the picture. Is that her then?
Yeah. Looks like her.
And the other dragons?
Other dragons?
You said there were dragons beside.
Oh yeah, but what about the other dragons?
Are they still around?
Well, not here.
In the dream?
Yeah, should be.
Okay.
At least some of them, but most dreams have dragons.
So this is a question out of character. Does our world still have dragons?
There are myths, legends, and rumors, but
Never any.
there's a wyvern skeleton hanging in the Underslot.
Yeah. So
which is dragon kind of a dragon, but
okay.
There hasn't been one been spotted for a long while. They're the stuff of legends.
Yeah,
and maybe the older races like the dwarves or the elves might have met one at some point, but even then, is the story, is it true?
Yeah,
who knows?
clear.
Maybe it was all just a dream.
Awesome.
It would be on brand. Okay.
Another familiar sight is one of the priests praying there near the altar. It's Bowen.
As soon as I recognize him, I go like, that's great. And I walk up to him. And then I see he's praying. So I wait for 5 seconds, shift my weight a little bit, 10 seconds, start walking around him, 20 seconds, and then I tap him on the shoulder and I'm like, are you going to be long?
Hey Solwing.
Morning.
I was considering praying for a long time, but
maybe do that after breakfast?
Well, because you're asking me, I will certainly postpone this very important prayer that I'm doing. That finally gave me some relief. But of course, if you want your breakfast, then I'll come with you instead.
I missed your breakfasts, Bowen.
Oh, but I can't cook here. Sorry, they pushed me out of the kitchen, and
let's eat outside.
Oh, well, that's okay, I guess. Yeah, we can do that.
We missed you, you know.
Yeah.
Although we didn't, because your other side is also a fine companion, but I also missed you. Not just your breakfast, I missed you.
Well, I must say I feel a bit shaken. I had a good night's rest, but at the same time there was a lot to process, and I think I'm feeling a bit... I shouldn't say this because I think it doesn't really fall into how a priest should really follow his beliefs and follow the tenets of Aedon, but I kind of feel a bit left out, and I get the sense that, in a way, exactly what you're saying is that I wasn't missed that much, and although normally that doesn't hit me that hard, because
Breakfast
That's-
and talks.
yeah, okay.
Because there's things you need to know about your other side, I think, and I hope I can convince the others to have breakfast with us outside. But
I'm just hoping that Quintus will not will go to the mess hall. Let's put it that way, because
he seems like a jolly fella.
well, if jolly is I think jolly is the right word for it, but that doesn't really fit, the role of a follower of Aedon, so to say. I'm not judging, but I feel that he's I don't know. I'll stop talking now.
I'm not judging, but
Bowen,
From a
I'm not
distance, I
judging.
see-
Also Bowen, totally judging.
From a distance, I see Solwing talking to Bowen whilst Bowen is on his knees praying, and I walk over to Solwing and say, "Oh, you should never, never, never disturb a priest during his prayer. Brother Bowen, please continue." And I lay my hand on his shoulder, and I stand over there as long as it takes for you to continue your prayer.
I immediately come in between them and then put my chest out a little bit and say, there are some things more important than prayer.
Let's have breakfast. And I drop my shoulder from beneath his grasp and just kind of roll over as to avoid him. Then stumble upwards, sweating already by doing just that, and try to get out of the church as fast as I can from under his grasp. Breakfast it is, I say.
Come on.
Remember,
come on, Quintus.
remember, Bowen, Aedon is watching.
No, Quintus, come. Have breakfast with us.
I mutter under my breath, "Oh, shut up."
I haven't had my second morning prayer, so I will be joining you shortly. And Quintus drops to his knees and he starts praying.
well, Quintus is actually getting a lot of looks from all the priests, and most of them are in some sort of reverence. They seem honored that a Templar has deemed it fit to enter the temple and have a prayer here. So they're actually honored that he's here, except for one priest then. But
As soon as I make eye contact, I do slide notes and try to stay modest, because you shall be modest.
For some reason, I can't get "Everybody Hurts" by REM out of my head. That's the feel. That's the feel I have now as Bowen.
Oh, I thought it was going to be "Losing My Religion" by REM. Okay, whatever, man.
Sometimes. Anyway, I walk away quite quickly, and I say to Solwing, "Gather some food," and I start building a fire somewhere in a more discreet place where there might have been fires before. If that's not done inside of the walls, I just walk outside of the walls and start a fire at some open place around there.
I mean, this is a wooden city, so open fire isn't here.
Isn't there like a communal cooking place or something, like some brick? Brick
There is some space in the marketplace where you can prepare food. But
and by the way, I'm dragging my luggage. I'm going to call it my luggage behind me while I'm doing all this stuff. And Kiss is constantly skipping from my shoulder to the other shoulder to the luggage and everything, and keeping me company. And I sometimes pet him.
Oh, Kiss seems very happy that you're back again. Kiss mirrors the opposite of your feelings. Like it feels like he has been neglected in some way and now is appreciated again.
He's not incorrect.
Yeah.
You're so lucky that Thomas is dead, because otherwise he would be hanging around there, you know?
Yeah.
That was just a cynical Jasper, nothing more.
Okay, cynical Jasper.
I will steal all your stuff.
Anyway.
Well, the amount of times we said, "Where's Kiss?"
So
Thomas. Where's
I was-
Thomas? Oh, he's dead. Okay.
Yeah.
I was asked to gather some stuff for breakfast, and then I realized like I have no money on me. So I walk to Oddleaf and I say, "Can you?"
I'm hanging around with Sam and Battle. I'm sorry, I'm not joining you clowns unless they are. I want some peace. I want some peace and quiet. And how you all have been behaving this yesterday evening and this morning is already pulling me back into the chaos. So,
Well, Sam has approached multiple priests asking to speak with the priest of Alaris, and is not happy with the answers he got.
all right. I'm just going to.
He comes back to you at some
by
point and
his
says,
side.
well, these guys aren't going to be any of much help.
No. I mean, they might if you are looking for something Aedon specific, I guess. But
So I'm looking for those devoted to Alaris so we can guard her gateway into her dream.
those will be difficult
And
to
these
find
guys
here.
seem kind of strange.
I think. So I'm not a religious person myself, so it's. I don't really know where we could find it, but I think for Alaris, I've heard my father mention that some of the elves in the other kingdoms still sort of pray to Alaris. So
Well, yeah, but they're kind of far away.
yes, but I could help you set up communications.
Gonna need a ship then, and can't leave the portal behind.
Well, I mean, that's what I suggested yesterday, and it's I contacted my brother already to see if we can help you out with anything, and I think they're sending my younger brother over to make sure that you get everything you need, and if that's a ship, and if that's a meeting with some of the elves, then I'm sure that could be arranged.
Yeah, I don't think I should travel too far.
You could stay here and let you use
Well, the other thing that I could do is get some people from over there to guard the stuff here. Who's in charge of this now, anyway?
That's a very good question. I know.
Good.
And I tell him who's I mean, I do have the noble background for something, you know. You walk into a city and you know the players, the ins and the outs.
At this moment, it's Lord Reinwald Toleren, which you write with a P. So PT, so silent P.
Yeah, silent P. P silent.
And he lives in a small
27.
mansion, which actually located behind the temple, I think. Yeah, it is.
All right. I convey this to him, and I say that might actually be a good place to start, and I could make the introductions. I think I've met some of his, or him, or maybe some of his family years ago at court. So
Yeah, well, the Toleron family is not that high up in the royal hierarchy, so to say. But yeah, you've heard of them. I don't think you've ever met them unless you were actually here to visit them at some point.
I've been here with my
Yeah,
my
that's
father.
true.
We've done hunts here. We've talked
Then you
about this
probably
last time
joined
we were
him
here.
on a hunt, because that's one of his favorite pastimes.
Well, here. So, I can introduce you to the Lord of Woudford.
All right.
If you care to follow me.
Sure. Well, so you leave the temple as Quint is still praying?
Quintus is still praying.
Okay.
You haven't seen Sir Gunther yet. None of you have.
Oh my god, he died.
Bloody bastard.
Oh, this is the new kiss. Where's Sir Gunther?
I left
Our
him in my
familiar.
pocket somewhere.
Eaten by the lion.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not taking notice, although I'm just starting a campfire outside of town and start to cook with what materials I already have. A bit of butter in the pan and stuff, just to warm it up, so that if Solwing returns with some food, I can make an excellent meal. And I actually, if Solwing brings me stuff, I can actually make an excellent meal, because I rolled a natural 20 on my cooking check, which comes to a 27. So
Nice.
I will definitely bring you stuff, but when I arrive, I seem quite disappointed and say Oddly wouldn't come, and I had to go back to the inn to ask for preparation for breakfast, and they made a really hard time out of it, but I paid for it by putting it on our bill. So I don't have any
You
money.
weren't staying over at the inn. You were staying over at the barracks, the garrison.
Thus the confusion with the innkeeper.
I don't sort that. It's a place to stay. They call it an inn, right, humans?
they do, but anyway, if you need some gold, I have some left. Although I must say, I got the book from Aldrief yesterday, and I've been rummaging through it, and it's a great wizard spellbook that you found at the place that I wasn't. But anyway,
Where?
I kind of like what it contains, but I must say that I'm kind of feeling a bit down because I have nothing of quality paper to put it on. No great inks, nothing just to copy these spells into my own spellbook and make them my own. So I can still buy the cheap stuff, but we really have to get into some gold or something if I want to gain more powers during our journey. Hear me rattling. Let's cook. I cook this excellent egg meal with some vegetables in it, and just the smells of the meal spread into Woudford, and a couple of people come watching, and I say, "Oh, it's for Solwing and me, sorry." And there's this beautiful meal being prepared there.
So first I small talk a little bit while you're cooking, and then as soon as you give me the meal, I look at you very seriously and I say, Bowen, we really need to talk, because you are broken. And then I take my first bite, and then I look so excited, and then I just stop talking and start eating.
I say, excellent. No, I'm not saying
So
that.
you're the only two that participate in this meal? Partake in this meal?
Yeah, but I keep a lot of it separate. I kind of cook
You set aside something for Oddleaf and
for Gunter.
Gunter.
That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for Paddle, of course, and for Sam. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, for all those that finish this meal, you get 1d4 you can add to any d20 die roll during this day.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I'm not eating it, but
Not yet.
I'm going to, not yet. Yes.
If you wait too long, it becomes a minus d4. But,
So
have to wait
if
very
you put
long.
it in the fridge, or like, is it the due date? But you can still eat it after the due date, maybe for 1 or 2 days, you know?
Maybe.
I'll give it to you soonish.
Yeah.
Okay, so you head to the Toleron residence?
Yes.
Well, when you arrive there, you're greeted by guards. It's a fairly large. It's more of a large house than an actual mansion, but it is. Not sure how you call it in English. Vrijstaand. It doesn't have any other buildings attached to it. Make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys know what I mean? Yeah, and it looks. It has 3 stories in total, so it barely reaches the top of the temple. And there's some guards going on about. There's stables with a lot of horses drawn up there, and but it doesn't look very guarded. I mean, there's a lot of guards, but no one's standing still. There's no guards posted at the door or something like that. It seems very open in a way.
Yeah, so I just casually make my way towards the door and keep my eye out for the guards and greet them if they spot us. And if they make their way to us or whatever, I stop. But otherwise, I will continue walking towards the door.
Yeah, no one's stopping you. There's some stairs in front of the door, like 6 or 7 steps.
All right, take the steps, and
then this large brass knocker thingy.
Yeah, knocker. I will knock the knocker.
Well, you have to wait a couple of seconds, but then the door opens and a man, clearly a servant, opens the door and he looks at you questioningly and says, "Can I help you?"
I make a bow. Good sir, I'm Oddleif Ravensfinger of the Isle of Ravensfinger, and I would request or would like to know if the Lord is in today.
The Lord is in, but he's currently having breakfast.
I was wondering if I could set up a meeting today with the Lord.
Have you written ahead?
I'm sorry?
Have you written ahead? Does he know you're coming?
No, I've only just arrived yesterday evening, late in the evening, but I have urgent matters to discuss with the Lord.
Urgent, you say?
That concern his lands here.
Well, if you can wait, you can wait inside the manor if you want, and I could ask if the Lord can spare a moment for you, Lady Ravensfinger.
Please, if you can, I will wait.
Well, come on inside.
Step inside.
Yeah, and then you're followed by Sam and this tree of a man, and the servant looks up to him and then looks down, sees his tattoos, and see this puzzled look in his eyes, and especially when he sees the pixie sitting on his shoulder. Yeah. But he's wise enough not to ask any questions, and he says, "You can take a seat over there, and I'll go see if the Lord has some time." And he hurries away. You're inside this large hall. At the end of it, there's this large stairwell going up and split in two. And if you look up, you can see this this gallery on the first story. The second story you can't see. All over the hall are paintings of either wildlife, people, or not paintings but trophies hanging about. And with trophies I mean these animal heads, you know, the classic moose head, and one of them is a bear, a black bear.
Okay, I was
see
just
Sam look at it from the corner of his eyes and frown a little bit, but
are any of There's no pixie wings.
There's no pixie wings. No.
Okay,
it's all animals that you know live in these woods around here.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Boars and bears and wolves.
And remind me again, Eloris was the goddess of nature or of the hunt?
Both.
Yeah, both. Okay, so it's not an uncommon.
Yeah, if nature, there's another nature goddess, but she's the goddess of agriculture and stuff like that. And fertility.
Okay, yeah,
like
that's why. I remember there was a duality somewhere with nature, but yeah. So
but she is the more vicious side of nature, so hunting and the cycle of life and stuff like that.
Yeah, circle of life, if you will.
Yeah.
Cue Jasper.
It's more of a spiral of life.
The circle of life.
Too late, Jasper. Too late.
But yeah, you're appointed. So there's this wooden bench where you can sit and look around the hall, and every now and then you see some servants come in and rush to another door, giving you sideways glances, and you have to wait for a while. Yeah. But I think it's like 15 minutes later, the servant comes back and he says, the Lord can see you in about half an hour, if that pleases the lady.
Yes. And then I look at Sam and then I say, we can go and have breakfast and then come back. Or if you'd like to wait here, you can do that as well.
I could eat.
All right. We'll be back.
Yeah, we should ask Bowen, Battle says. He can cook very well.
He can. Let's go find the others then. Thank you, good sir. We will be back in half an hour.
Have a pleasant day, my lady.
Yeah. Make a polite nod and then leave.
Okay.
And we go find the rest. So, get some of that D4 action.
Yeah, so are you done praying already, Quintus?
No, he's still in prayer.
He's still in prayer.
Hi.
But Bowen was there for half an hour, so he has to be there for 31 minutes, at least.
At least. You scared Bowen away.
Eric is determined on winning the prayer off.
If I see them approaching, I start dividing the rest of the meal.
But Bowen, were you cooking at the marketplace or outside of the town?
Outside of town. You said it was weird to do it inside of town, so.
Yeah, there's some room for it on the marketplace for people who sell food, like warm food. But outside of town is perfect. So you come outside of town and the entire forest has burned down, and
the forest has gone dark and black.
Did you see Sam?
Oh my god, the corruption, it got here.
yeah, man, the corruption, that's it.
No, so you meet up outside. It's not that hard to spot because there's the smoke plume rising somewhere.
That smells really good, Bowen.
Yeah. Still not though.
Thank you, Oldreef. Just take a bite, you know?
I will, thank you very much.
It's amazing. So he scrapes the last out of his plate.
I take a bite. Oh, but it is amazing. You've outdone yourself, Bowen. Thank you very much.
Thanks for the compliment. Yeah. I could use one right now.
Well, actually, I started off wrong, but you just cooked too well. But as I said, you are broken. We learned this.
Oh, that's good. Can I have more?
You can have, and I take a look at what's left, and I'm thinking of Gunther, and then I put a bit of it aside for Gunther, and I say, you can have this piece. I'm guessing that Quintus doesn't want to come to eat, so you can have it.
Thank you. Oh, thanks.
Hey, tu bruti.
He's not well-mannered in the way he eats. He just digs in with his hands and just puts it in his mouth.
You look
Good for you, I say.
I look a little bit jealous. Sam getting a second portion.
But you had the biggest portion, Sewing. You had the biggest portion.
That doesn't count because my plate is empty. But
bear with it.
Because I can understand how you feel, because I actually lived through this with other Bowen. But for him, it's far worse than how it is for you now. You miss a bit of time,
Yeah.
but your other self misses all the time that you have.
I don't know how to respond to that, Sewing. I've been thinking about this somewhat, but at the same time, I don't want to touch on the subject in a way.
No,
Because I think that it is a shared experience you had, and it's not an experience that I've had, and I think we should kind of keep it separated. You've got to keep it separated, I think. Because otherwise...
He's gonna burst into song again, right?
Gotta keep it separated.
But I don't agree at all, because actually meeting other Bowen strengthened me more in liking you, because that is also a part of you, and you're both good people. So you as a whole, I see as good people.
I think we should, when we get to, I have no idea how to respond, Sewing. I just don't. I feel like something has been added to my person that is familiar to you, but quite distressful to me, and I just want to look away, actually. I think that's the best way to describe it for now.
If you need time, then we can give it to you, but I do think that we need to talk about this, and I do think that it would be better for you to embrace this, to find out more, to see what happened. But I will grant you your time, because it's been a day for you.
It's been quite something, and we still don't even know what's going on. So we can give you all the time you want, Bowen. And if you want, I would really like to help you figure out what this all means. And if I can be of any help in that process, then just let me know, It goes down the same as the 1,000 before. And no one's getting smarter. And no one's learning the score. You're never ending the spree of death and violence and hate. It's gonna tie your own rope. Tie your own rope.
You've become so poetic in the meantime. I don't know what's happening to you.
Hey, man, you talking back to me? Take him out.
Oh, man. Now we did it, right? But I'm going to react kind of serious to
No, you should. You should.
Because it kind of fit as well.
Well, to be fair, I picked the quote from the song with some,
Yeah. I'm just, I really like that you are trying to help me, Oddleaf. And at the same time, I think you're still on your own journey, even though you've experienced a lot more. And you're kind of not considering all of your own options, I think, because I certainly feel that you should be considering that you might be an angel of some sort, and maybe it's connected to Aedon. So for now, I want the true advice about what's happening to come from Solwing for now. I don't want to pass you by, but I'm having some difficulties putting all the aspects of what is happening into the proper place. And when I look at you, I think there's a whole other story going on as well. And when I look at Solwing, there's just a friendly sun shining towards me. And I think that's what I need right now.
That's fair enough. I understand.
Yeah, I really don't want to upset you or anything. It's not about that, but and we can have our other conversations, of course. That's no problem. I really like our conversations.
And
So
I believe that if you take time in account at some point, you will include Oddleaf to the conversation.
sure.
Because I do think that she has insights that I cannot provide, sunny as I may be.
Yeah.
But if like,
I'm sorry. I've set up a meeting with the lord of this town for Sam and I. I
that
mean,
sounds like fun.
you're welcome to join. I guess that
Are we going today? Are we going towards Brentwick again?
That depends on Sir Gunther, but I believe first we get to meet the lord of the town.
I'm not really interested. I'm going to look for Gunter then.
all right. That's good. You want to join, Solwing?
Yeah, I'd love to join. And if
Alright.
you encounter Quintus, tell him we're...
Well, Quintus doesn't have to join us in meeting the Lord. I don't think. I mean, you've experienced what we were about to go and talk to the Lord about. Quintus wasn't there. He heard the story yesterday.
But he's going to travel with us, right?
Supposedly.
Member of the team.
It seems so.
So he's going to find
It's
out
what Gunter
anyway.
wants, right?
If it is what Gunther wants, yeah. Gunther seems to trust him. Then I'm fine with trusting him, although I still feel that the Church of Aedon is just trying to spy on us. And
Well,
I
he did
feel that-
bluntly tell you that he...
yeah, and
of was
then I
spying
feel
on
that they have gravely bypassed Bowen in that regard, which is not a very nice thing to do, which has not earned them my respect.
I must say, I've been thinking about that, but who am I to judge who the church sends in addition to me?
I had a completely different reasoning than what I'm hearing from you. I actually thought this is the same kind of person as the one that actually tore down a wound of this world. So we might actually have a solution with us now.
That's absolutely true. It's he would make a fine asset in fighting the corruption if that is what he,
Well,
if that is what he's going to do.
You heard last time
Traveling with
that Celia Bryn had told the Templar about you guys, and that made them send Quintus.
Yeah.
Because so indirectly, it was Quintus is sent by Bryn and Cormar, two Templar you've met and kind of liked, I guess.
Not hated.
Yeah. Some of you like them, but others.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, some like
I
them.
love them. Yeah, they were awesome characters.
They were awesome characters.
So in like in his defense, we don't know him, and I might be wrong, but I get this jolly vibe from him. So I'm actually thinking that we might have a nice travel companion with us. But I do hear your words, and Thomas would tell us to be careful. So
It's not that I don't like him, and it's not that I don't think that he would make for pleasant company on the road. It's just that I'm questioning the circumstances under which he is joining our little group, and what might be hidden underneath that surface. and maybe it's nothing, but it.
Yeah, let's keep an eye out for that, but also let's keep an open mind and just try to give him a chance. Because
I really want to get to
Fair
Alcan,
enough.
though, to Brentwick. I want to speak to my former kind of teacher as soon as possible. So,
Well, I don't really have anything specific that I want to do in Brentwick. I mean, there was, but I'm sort of finding it on the way as we are now. But then again, I would want to travel with you if you all want to go to Brentwick, and also maybe our talk with the Lord would give me some more reasons.
You wanted
to, go
to visit the
Brentwick.
library in Brentwick, though, right?
Who asks?
Okay. Then I have to ask you: is that just an? Are you lying? Because you have a test. You want to go to Brentwick for a reason.
I want to go to the library to examine where I'm coming from and who my ancestors might be. And I already heard so much more here in Woudfort and the Grove than I would probably learn in the library. So it's not unreasonable to think that I might have to hang around with these people that were actually around when my ancestor was around, sort of, right? So in that sense, I mean, no, I can still visit the library in Brentwick. It just seems to be a less...
Yeah, okay. I would have thought it was another more of a push. So you have to visit the library so you can learn more. But it's okay if you see it that way. I was confused for a second, so that's why I was asking. So
no, it's a fair question. No, obviously, I'd still want to go to that library, and there's still some I'm still interested in what I would find there. It's just that some of the questions that I have seem to be answered, or new questions have been brought to light, which I don't know if it still could also help. So. That's why I'm saying.
Yeah. So
we make our way to the mansion.
Quintus, you still praying?
No, his prayer is finally finished.
Okay.
So he goes back to the Cobalt Shield and he moves on his way to the Cobalt Shield.
Okay. Well, you don't see them. I think it's Bowen that's there, actually.
Bowen, are you going to...
And Gunther?
Gunther?
Yeah, I'm going to Gunther. Yeah.
Okay. So as soon as you approach the room of Gunther, you hear an angry voice shouting, "I don't need any help!" And you see a gauntlet fly out of his room, hitting the wall opposite to his room. And you see an annoyed, well, almost squire-like person walk out of the room. Well, shoot yourself then, old man.
So I round the corner and I take a look at what Gunther is doing.
You see Gunther is half donned in his armor, but he is trying to fix it himself, but he cannot reach certain points on his body, and his backplate is still hanging off, and one of his gauntlets is now in
the hallway.
In the hallway. He hasn't fixed all his belts yet, so he's fidgeting at the moment. Damn it.
Gunther, I think you should have accepted that help if I look at you like this.
I turn around and he turns around and he sees Bowen and he says, "Oh, sorry, Bowen." Yeah, normally...
if you can't do it yourself, let somebody else help. That's what I'm saying.
Normally Thomas would have helped me with this, but I find these Cobalt Shield boys annoying as hell.
I can understand sentiments. Shall I help you?
Do you mind?
No, I don't mind. And I have some food for you as well, so I have to bring that.
Your food is always great, so that will be quite welcome, because I've been at this for 1 hour and a half now, and I still haven't fixed my armor yet.
I start helping him don his armor.
I think Michel's trying to grab me.
No, I'm disappearing in this black hole, and for some reason the camera is not lighting the room as it usually is. I have my ring light right in my face, which is why my face is so white. But well, anyway,
Praise Aedon.
I have the same thing right now. It's much darker than normal. I think there must be some evil approaching Earth or something.
For sure. That's exactly what I'm thinking, and I'm just trying to get some light in here. But I think our DM planned something that's just off the scale, crazy, guys. I don't know.
They'll be knocking at our doors.
I've been eyeing that door opening behind Jin the whole time because I'm pretty sure that something might.
So Sir Gunther says to Bowen, "Are you okay, lad? You look a bit distraught."
Thomas's death, not having been with the group for a time, and there was some other, what they call another kind of me or something, I don't know, with them when I wasn't there, and all this mystical stuff that's happening, and then this very, how do I say, Templar kind of person that's now kind of joining us. It's a lot to adjust to, I think, and I'm not that good at adjusting in a quick manner, so to speak. So I can usually cope with one or two things coming my way, but not having experienced a couple of weeks and the universe has expanded without me being there, so to say. So yeah, it's confusing.
I can imagine how it feels, Bowen. It is quite difficult, all these changes, but remember these, for Solwing and Atliv I can speak, I think. They are your friends, and when I see them around you, I see a real, bond between you all, and that's a bond only forged by people who have seen battle together, who have been on the road together, who have seen the worst and the best times together, and you have achieved that in a very short time. And I think you should rely on them. You should rely on their friendship, and that you missed the parts. That's okay. I also missed the parts, but they are still there for you, and well, nothing will go as expected. If you live as long as I do, then you will learn to cope with that. And he chokes up a bit.
I give him a pat on the shoulder and I say, well, even though you are known to sometimes not tell the truth, I think that you're certainly telling the truth right now, and I appreciate you for that. And I feel warm inside already, and that's a good thing. It's kind of metaphysical warm, I guess, because I'm not really getting warmer, or... there I go again. Just eat your breakfast.
You're a good man, Bowen. A very good man.
Thank you. You are as well at certain times.
Your last name.
He just has.
Thank you.
He just can't leave that kind of stuff.
Try my freaking best.
So beautiful. Yeah. Okay.
It's so funny because there's this whole speech of Bowen to Oddleaf that these small things, like telling us a lie at some point, don't really matter because it's the end result. Like it's at the end of the sum of life where it really matters. But for some reason, he just doesn't want to let that one slide.
He is a stubborn one.
Yeah. Bowen gives you a pat on the shoulder and he says, You're a bit of a misguided fool, but you are our misguided fool.
I like that one. Although I'm not misguided, but anyway.
I was waiting for that. We'll swap back to the other group as they head into Torment Manor. But first, we'll take a short break, and then we'll continue with those fellas. So, see you all in 5. Stick around, enjoy the music. Bye, Stone.
See you in 5.
To see if I can fix the line.
True, but there's no... I mean, in Goodheart, there's just... He's too straightforward, but he means what he says every time.
Oh,
there's no...
already. All right.
Yeah, we're back on... No, but continue. This is nice.
No? Are you back?
Yeah, I like this, but we can share these kinds of conversations with...
Okay, cool.
With people.
So
right?
he just shares his views of the world, but there's almost no malice behind it. There's just him being very straightforward every time, and unable to not talk about stuff that has happened, which he thinks should be included into the conversation. That point.
Even when he gets a heartfelt speech by someone who regards him as a true friend, he still has to add something that makes it.
Yeah, it's a complicated person, so
it
to
is.
say.
Imagine being in a party with him, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're back. Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, so
cool.
you guys had to Torment Mansion, and you knock on the door again. The same servant guy opens up and says, Lady Ravensfinger, come in.
Thank you very much.
You brought more guests.
Yes. I will introduce them to the Lord.
Yeah, he can't take his eyes off Solwing for a couple of seconds.
So I say, hi, I'm Solwing.
The fact that you talk sets him back even more. Hello. Solwing. Come inside. I'll let the Lord know that you're here, and then I'll take you to some quarters where you can talk to the Lord.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, he scurries off, and he's gone for a couple of minutes, and then he returns and says, if you please follow me.
I follow.
Okay. Well, you go up the stairs, take a right, and then you take another right and go up another stairs, and you enter that gallery, and there you're led into a room. It's a nice enough room. It's well decorated. There's a table in the middle, and some other chairs, but there's also a bench in the corner where you can sit, and there seems to be a cabinet where some flasks with liquor are stacked on, and you see this large painting above a hearth of someone who looks like the person sitting in the chair, but is not the same person.
Okay.
Because there's a person sitting in the chair there at the head of the table. He looks fairly old. Well, at the end of middle age, so to say. He has black hair, but there's some grey streaks already coming through. He has a well-kept black beard, dark eyes, heavy-set jaw, and he's very casually dressed for someone who is a lord. He wears it's still rich tunic and a nice pair of trousers, but it's nothing too special. There's some small embroideries on them, but you've seen far richer than this when you met with lords. But he is kind of known for this as well. He's pretty down to earth, and he doesn't. He is not the same as most nobility you meet at court, as you've learned when you were a child already. And when you enter, he stands up and he says, "Ah, it's that little Oddleaf I see."
I make a very deep bow and I say, "My lord, it is so good to see you again, and thank you for..."
Not so formal. Come here and give me a hug.
Well, I step over to him and give him a hug.
He grips you in this tight hug and says, lass, how's your father? It's been a while since I've seen him.
My father was doing great the last time I saw him. He's been handling affairs on the island, as always, while my mother is away at court. And he misses our little hunts together, I think. So we should definitely look into that sometime in the future.
Yeah, that sounds great. I miss him too. He's such a good hunting companion.
But please let me introduce you to the company that I've brought here today. This is Samuel Purgris, the Lord of the Grove, and Queen Petal of the Grove. I introduce her as Queen Petal of the Weeping Willow. And this is Solwing.
I immediately step forward and hold out my hand.
Yeah,
because I want to do it properly. And
he looks taken aback by that, but then he just shrugs and he goes in for the hug and he slaps on your shoulder and
I say it's very lovely to meet you.
These are some strange companions, if you don't mind me saying so.
Yes,
please, take a seat. Do you want something to drink? I know it's early in the morning, but still, got some nice liquor here.
Do you have anything particular in mind?
I have a nice brandy over here.
Yeah, I would be willing to take the brandy.
And I've just eaten. How about you?
We've just eaten as well.
Okay. Well, take a seat.
Thank you very much.
And he walks over to the cabinet, pours some glasses with brandy. It's brown, so it's probably brandy. And he each gives you a glass. These are nice glasses. They're made of some crystal, some kind. And they have this nice relief in them. And the brandy smells great.
Yeah, I smell it and swirl the glass around like I know what I'm doing, as I've seen others do. And I take a small sip. Well, it's very great to see you, and we have plenty to talk about. There's a recent development that needs to be brought to your attention, and which is why I've brought this company to you here today. We have made contact with people in your forest that we haven't been in contact with for quite some time. I don't even know where to start this story, but well, let's just start at the beginning. We were here a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and we were told of some trouble in the forest. You know this big tree? And I tried to describe the
with standing stones. Yeah, I know.
Standing stones. Well, it turns out that tree is actually a portal to another realm, if you'd believe me.
Another realm?
Well, maybe Sam here can explain better than I can, but yes.
No, that about covers it. It's another realm. A dream. of a goddess. Okay, So, something from the myths. Well, kinda, but consider those myths true. There used to be a time when the city was run, well, I think by your great-grandfather. Yeah, it must have been him. And, well, there was this place of worship in the forest, at a tree. And this tree has a deep connection with the goddess Elaris. But even though she's gone now, her realm still exists. And, well, it's open again.
So
that's why we are here is, to ask you for men to defend this portal to that other realm, because there were some bad people coming in already. What do you mean, bad people? Well, these bandits, I believe you call them. What's it?
oh man, I knew
Antler, Longhorn.
the Longhorn Devils.
Devils, yeah.
You might have
I've heard of them. Yeah, they're widespread throughout Estus.
Yes,
But,
and it seems that they had gathered around the tree some weeks ago and found a way to enter the tree and enter the other realm, where they have been
Plundering.
well, looting, plundering, and enslaving the local populace. And when we found our way there, we actually met with Petal here in our world, as she was being held captive by the Longhorn Devils, and we freed her, or well, our companion Thomas freed her, and she asked our help to find Sam, and so we entered the portal, stepped into the realm, managed to free Sam and free the grove. But while we were there, something similar to what we call a wound here on this world started happening in the grove, and we had to make a fast escape. And in that process, we have lost probably a lot of.
Oh, wait, a wound? Like,
yes.
There's a wound in my forest?
No. There's a
Okay.
wound in the other realm, but we have managed, if I understand correctly, Sam here managed to contain the wound to a specific spot in his realm. But the portal is open and it can't be closed, so anyone can walk in to the other realm now. And also, people from the other realm can walk into our world. So I volunteered whatever help I can manage to Sam here. And I already had contact with my family as well, who would be very interested in helping out in whatever way they can.
Okay. A lot of stuff is suddenly making sense.
Oh,
I mean,
well, if you
mentioned
care-
my great grandfather, actually, Richard Toleran, and I have some of his journals where he mentions this realm, I guess. Like he used to go hunting in something that doesn't sound like this forest. And back in those days when magic flowed more freely, well, other stranger creatures happened on this forest as well. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the skeleton hanging in the Hunter's Lodge, right?
The wyvern, yes.
Well, that's real. That was actually a creature that was slain here some 250 years ago.
Wow.
But does that... I mean, this portal is open. Is it like two-way? Can people go in and out? Like everything that's inside of that realm can come over here?
Yes. As far as I know, yes. So that's why it's important to protect the gate and make sure that nothing can go in or out that we don't want to go in or out.
And how about the people that live there? I think it's the little lady over there is a queen of some sort, royalty from that place.
That's correct.
I guess I am, Battle says. But my piece of the realm has fallen to that corruption Oddleaf just described, and it no longer is in connection with the dream, if I understood correctly. And Sam nods.
So, as you know, my family is well known for trading, and the people in the dream world could certainly use our help.
You're a true Ravensvanger. You will immediately see business opportunities.
In rebuilding and making sure that they will have the resources that they need to rebuild their housing.
Yeah, well, Ravensvanger is more than welcome to help, but remember, you're on my land, little lady.
I do. I'm fully aware of whose land this is.
But I do understand all of your concerns, and I will make efforts to defend this portal. You, Sam and Battle can, and I take it Solwing is from over there as well. Can I deal with you?
I'm not from over there, but
I
can understand.
Sorry, my mistake.
No problem. No problem.
You look very exotic.
I guess I am. Here.
I'm sure we can come up with some kind of deal. Yeah, for now, I think I'll go visit this tree with you guys, if you don't mind.
No, I would be happy to take you there, so you can see for yourself.
I don't know if that's going to work with planning, Oddleaf.
I'm sorry, what plans?
We are still on the mission to Brentwick. I don't know if Gunther has time to wait.
I'm not sure if Gunther has recovered enough already to leave tomorrow or today. I mean,
you're
surely
just passing through then.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Surely we can spend some days here making sure that we leave everything behind, taken care of.
Yeah, I actually agree with you, but I think Bowen would be disappointed. He really wanted to go.
Yes, we will go to Brentwick as soon as possible. But a trip. Yeah, I know. I've heard so much about the place.
Well, it used to be a nice place, but
it has been described to us as a lady can't possibly repeat that word.
Shithole.
A shithole.
Well, I guess that's a bit harsh, but it has seen better days. I mean, ever since Standing became the main port in business with in trades with the elves, I think Brentwick has become more of a haven of the traders of ill repute. Like pirates and stuff. I mean, there's some shady goings on there, and I mean, it's still Brentwick, but it's not as popular and it's not on main routes anymore. Sure, there's a connection with Beltadel, but I mean, most of it goes through Tanning, especially since the Queen's Road has been built.
Yeah, my family
but
has
we've
plenty
all
of
noticed this here in the south. I think Woutford and everything below is just left by the wayside when it comes to trading.
I do
this
feel
used to be one of the most traveled roads, and it's not anymore.
Well, I mean, I do feel that making my way to Woutford, we've run into quite some trouble with bandits on the road, actually.
Yeah, but that's recent, and that's those Longhorns you mentioned either before, but even some other smaller factions and people just looking to make a quick buck, I guess. And travelers are easy prey, and the Queen deemed it more fit to guard her main road from Prester to Tanning, more than these old roads through the forest.
It's very unfortunate, and I know that my father and mother have worked hard to keep their trade separate from these bandits and pirates.
What's pirates?
Pirates are
serious
bandits, but on ships.
Why do you have
very simply?
Why do you have a separate word?
Just so we know. It's very good. Well, it's good to have words, Solway. Good to have words to describe things in different ways. Can get a lot of meaning and from words.
But there is difference between the Longhorn Devils and pirates.
Yes.
Yeah, but the Longhorn Devils are just a faction. One of the bigger ones, though. They've risen to quite some power and wealth in the last couple of years. I think it's last.
It seems that the Longhorn Devils are working towards some sort of goal, while pirates are usually living more in the moment and trying to, I don't know, collect wealth to.
Well, there's also those elf pirates that don't want their kingdom to trade with ours.
Oh yeah, those.
I mean, a bunch of racists, if you ask me, but yeah, they do everything to disrupt trades between our people. But they now focus mainly on the route between Tanning and Arabir. Sorry, I'm blanking on the name.
Well, so to close the subject of Brentwick, we do need to make our way there at some point. We have a few things that we need to do there as a collective group, but I think it's important to help out here as much as we can and make sure that we leave everything in your good hands.
Agreed.
So you are traveling in a company then?
Yes.
That's good. The roads are dangerous, but I'm guessing that's obvious from our previous conversation.
Yeah.
Though it's not that far to Standal. You should, if you leave in the morning, you should get there by late afternoon, evening.
Oh, yeah. It's long. It's been a long time since the travel to Brentwick. I forgot it was so nearby.
Well, Stendal, Brandwick, it's...
Oh, sorry.
Stendal is the next town.
Confused.
You want to travel to Stendal, then Keverlo, and then Brandwick, which should be about a 4-day journey in total.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. All right. Well, shall we leave for the tree then? Maybe we can ask if...
Well, I'm gonna grab some cards. I'll need some time to prepare, but...
yeah,
sure.
I will ask our other companions to join as well.
Good. Yeah, I'll go prepare then. We'll meet here in my courtyard in about an hour or so. Is that fine for you?
Yes.
Great.
Most excellent.
Yeah, I don't bring any horses. They're useless anyway in the forest, so...
Yeah. We've traveled lightly. And it has been good to see you again.
Yeah,
and to
same.
talk to you.
Should share some more stories when we get the time. If you're still here this evening, you probably are, right? And let's, sit by the fire and exchange some stories.
I will. Thank you very much for your invitation.
Yeah, no problem. Ravensfangers are always welcome here.
And you are always welcome. You and your family are always welcome on our island.
Yeah, I don't like sailing.
No, there's not
But
a lot of trees. Not a lot of trees on the sea.
No, I don't. Yeah, so open. Feel exposed.
Although the sea does hide some beautiful, almost forests underneath.
Yeah, but
But
that's the problem.
sure.
It hides everything. Everything is open, but still hidden. You know what I mean? It's creeping me out.
I know exactly.
You know how people can
water.
be afraid of heights? I have the same with water. I'm afraid of depth. It's just...
Well, if my father hasn't managed to talk you into diving with him someday, then I'm pretty sure that I can't convince you either.
No.
Oh.
But I once visited Ravensfanger's Isle. This is a nice enough place. It's bigger than here, but still. It's nice. But maybe I will someday, but not now. For now,
just know
there might be
that you're
another
always
realm
welcome.
on the horizon, right?
Yes. More important matters, it seems. We will see you in an hour, and I take my leave.
Yeah,
I follow
okay.
you.
Well, you take your leave. Yeah, question as a DM. How do you want to do this? Because...
I mean, we don't need to describe the entire journey. For Oddleaf, I think she will try to gather Bowen and Quintus, and if Gunther wants to join, he's invited as well. And we make our way to the tree and we show them. But I think that
it's not really your responsibility anymore.
No,
Sam and Petal are
Oddleaf really
there.
wants to help create that connection, but as soon as Sam and Petal are taking over and things are being arranged, then I will make sure to say that Ravensfanger Isle can provide any assistance in transport by ship or for whatever resources they might need.
And
set up trade routes.
the other guys, how do you feel about that? Do you want to add something to that whole...
I think
trip.
Quintus will be joining as soon as he can with the party to, get to know them. I think Gunther will stay back at the fort. He's still not feeling quite well enough to travel, so he says, he just says, as soon as we start leaving for Brandwick, I will join you. But, for now, I will stay at the fort.
I think Bowen wants to stay with Solwing, but is hoping that Solwing stays at Woudford. So to not get dragged into all this new kind of stuff. Just wants to get his mind clear, so to say.
And Solwing?
Solwing wants to come. Things are happening, and he loves that. So I'm probably going to talk you into coming too, Owen.
Let's search for treasure.
And
No.
yeah, what I want to have done before we actually leave to Brentwick is I want to at least have had a goodbye dinner moment with Petal and Sam before we leave.
Yeah, that warrants a good goodbye. Also, it might be for a while now the last chance you get to speak to Sam and ask him stuff. So,
yep.
Well, let's just say you spent the afternoon and a part of the evening going to the tree, looking at it, and just talking about arranged stuff. And Reinhold seems very interested in establishing a trade connection between two realms, and even having some guests over and some exchanges, so to say. He wants to create a link between the two realms and the people that live there. The Oddleaf really recognizes the business standpoint in this, because even when when they have exotic guests that out for it, then sure, that will increase tourism and
Oddleaf knows exactly what this can do for this place, and that's why she wants to be a part of it in whatever way she can. So I will definitely try and convince him to.
He's not opposed to Ravensvanger getting a stake in this, so to say, because there's something like some kind of finder's fee that gives you the right to intrude on his business as well, and get your own dealings here and stuff like that. So it's not that he completely shuts Ravensvanger out, and your two houses are friends after all. So it's gonna be a joint venture. Except that it's harder for Ravensvanger to get here, because you either go from the south at the coast and then travel upwards, or you go to Brester, I guess, and come here via the road. But that's not your worries at all. Suffice to say that it seems that there's a decent chance that these two realms can get along in some kind, with Petal and Sam as spokespersons, and with Reinhold on the other side, and even a representative of House Ravensvanger at some point. You're pretty sure that all parties can profit from this, in a way. In a political way, in a monetary way, but also in a diplomatic way.
Awesome. All I ever wanted. People to get along.
Yeah, well, it might... for Woutford, it's kind of like magic is returning, in a way. I mean, of course, Aedon has returned, but these myths suddenly come to life again, and it's more than a story for them right now. So they seem enthusiastic, at least Reinhold. But yeah, then I'm not sure what Eric planned with Gunther, but he should be good to go soon, right?
You're muted.
You're still muted.
Muted.
Press the button, Eric. You're muted.
No, I will not press
Classic Eric.
Classic Eric. No, there are some kids on the street here with a scooter, so it's kind of noisy.
We can't hear it.
Okay. Well, anyway, Sir Gunther will leave with the party as soon as they go to Brentwick, but he is not good in combat, so should there arise any stuff around the tree, he doesn't want to get involved in that just yet. He needs just a day or two to recover some more.
Okay.
Quintus is eager to join, though. So, and although the Lord said, "Leave the horses behind because they won't do you any good," Quintus rises astride his lion, with pride and without any care or heed. So they move.
He moves at the same pace as the people on legs, so to say, because the trees don't make for a good environment. But the lion is at least strong enough to make a path for himself if it gets a little bit too small. But it's kind of, what does the rest think about the lion? It's something else than a horse.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's cool.
It certainly can make its way through the forest easier than a horse would.
But yeah, you say it's cool, but so Bowen is also okay with it. Thinks it's
Yeah,
cool.
I'm totally okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just asking for a friend.
Hey, the lion is not trying to outdo him in his Aedon prayer.
That's true. Also, that attachment that the lion feels towards you, Oddleif, is just with you. He doesn't seem that interested in Bowen or Solving.
Oh, really?
Well, he likes Bowen, but he has no special interest in Solving.
Well, I can imagine that we have some cats around on the island and catch mice and stuff. I've always liked cats, so
the lion is
just take
actually
cat.
the lion is actually an it. It has no gender.
All right.
Okay, I need to update his stats then. I think every ability describes him as a he, but
sorry.
but doesn't matter. It is.
Can we say they then? As a nice.
No, it's a creature, so you can say it's you. You can say
Totally
they if you want to, but
It has a name, you know.
Yeah.
You can just call him Aegis. It's Aegis. God damn it.
Damn
Okay.
ages.
But yeah, at the end of the day, you all gather in Lord Reinwald's mansion, and there's a large feast prepared for all of you. Bowen can even help with the cooking if he wants. There are a lot more accommodating
Finally,
here.
that's what I wanted to ask. Yeah, I tried to get myself back into the kitchen, but this time approach it in a more normal sense, like addressing the guy first and explaining that I was a cook at the Greenhold Cloister and that I've had a lot of experience by cooking big meals and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, well, he's very interested in that. He does make note that he doesn't have a lot of priests over for dinner, so he treats you as an honored guest. And, of course, Quintus as well. And, well, if you guys mentioned Gunther a couple of times, so he invites him too. Mm-hmm. Especially when he hears that he's a Knight of the Crown, so...
Yeah, and Gunther accepts, so he goes to the hall. He's used to these formal dinners.
So yeah, then the hall where you eat kind of reminds you of the Hunter's Lodge, but smaller. Like there's this he has this large table that is for him and his wife and his family and stuff like that, and his guests, you. But all the servants and everyone in his household is also invited to have dinner with them as well. So there's no exclusivity here. Everyone eats in the same room, shares the same meals, and enjoys the same entertainment, if there is any.
Awesome.
All right.
During the evening, Quintus approaches Bowen and he says, "Bowen, the light on Aedon has surely shone upon you when you made this food. This is mightily delicious." And he claps you, he pats you on the shoulder and he says, "You're a great cook, Bowen."
Well, thanks, I guess. I actually am, yes. So thank you for noticing. Although it's not my main duty in the Church of Aedon, I do like to cook for my fellow the fellow clergy, so to say, where I'm from, but that has kind of transferred to cooking for my new group, and they seem to like it, especially Solwing. So
A little earlier on the evening, Solwing went to Quintus and said, "You really gotta try these chicken balls of Bowen. They are the best." They're the best.
Okay, so Solwing approaches me and says, "You really gotta try the chicken balls." Okay, yeah, okay. Well.
Chicken balls.
Chickens don't have balls, but okay.
getting confused.
any interesting conversations happening during the feast?
Well,
Yes. Only interesting conversations happening.
yes, all of them. All of the interesting.
No more
conversations.
questions for Sam.
During the evening.
Because I was expecting something a little bit more private for some battle.
Okay.
But if this is the
I was
moment,
also expecting
then-
a bit more private between me and the
Well,
Lord.
then maybe afterwards. That's okay. That's okay.
Okay. Well, during the evening, you hear Quintus talk to another person at the table, a dignitary. And finally, they finally are talking about taking down that ugly tree inside the temple to let in the light of Aedon through the roof. And it said it's a perfect moment when the light of Aedon shines down upon the temple. So, I hope they will go through with the plans now.
Nah, they won't. Reinwald says.
I surely hope not.
Nah, they won't.
The tree has
the-
stood there longer than the Temple of Aedon. I mean,
Longer than this town. It's not gonna come down. And even if some priests want that, I don't. So, still my town.
But that ugly monstrosity is blocking Aedon's holy light.
Yeah, to each his
Surely
own.
you must see that.
I'd rather look at the tree than Aedon's holy light.
As a follower
You
of
see a stifle in his jaw, but he bites back his words, and
and as a follower
I would have to
of
agree with
Sun,
you, my lord.
I would actually say to Quintus that you should look at it in a different way. It is the light of the sun that made the tree grow to the specific tree it became. It's not a monstrosity, it's a work of beauty.
Yeah. Isn't Aedon the god of the world? I mean, isn't he also the tree?
Says who?
I'm asking you.
well, yes, he is also the tree, but his followers need to see the light. That's.
You do know that the light is not Aedon, right?
I don't actually have any problems with the tree in itself, but I kind of have an issue by it being such a blatant temple dedicated to Laris, and
Yeah.
and that's what I find disturbing at some of these older temples. But maybe we could build a different, more beautiful temple next to it for something and keep it as a place of
Why
worship
do you
for those.
find that disturbing?
Well, I think that we should not be distracted by the past and look towards the future when it comes to following Aedon.
But the past is what got us here, right? I mean, sure, Aedon's not that far in the past, but
Well, do you remember
Without
those
the past.
those shoes that they wore like a century ago, which had no soles? Is it a sole? What is a sole?
yeah, Sol.
Yeah.
Just, had no soles.
SOLE.
And now you're wearing shoes that have them. We never want to go back to those other
A
shoes.
century ago, we were wearing shoes with soles. I'm pretty sure.
No, it's kind of, okay. I might not be really accurate about this, but
You know,
you
bro,
understand where I'm coming from.
I actually think that
Well, if you don't
our
learn from the
history
past, then you're kind of doomed to repeat it, though, right?
I think you should look to the future. I think Brother Bowen has a point here.
It's
Well, you should look at the future, but you should never try to ignore the past. There's
You're not
much we
ignoring
can
it.
learn from the past, and we shouldn't try to cover it up with
No,
some
we're not covering it up.
propaganda made for one specific purpose. I mean,
It's not
if
propaganda.
we if we would have known what the people knew during the last God War, imagine what we could have done for the world and the dream now.
Yeah, exactly. What
I'm not saying that
the
we
journals
should forget.
of my great grandfather, that we dismiss them as fanciful writings and dreams, but they might actually been true.
Oh, it's not.
And if
you
they
should
are,
always,
what
you
else
should always
was
keep.
lost?
You should always keep the journals, but you should just not combine a place of worship with old beliefs and such. The tree is beautiful, but I don't. I'm not saying that it isn't beautiful, but I think when you're in the place of Aedon, it should be about Aedon.
That is true,
totally
but do
agree.
you know why those decorations are still there?
I think you're going to enlighten me.
I think it is
Well,
to remind people
it's a
of their
simple question
pagan
of
past.
money. The church isn't paying for them to be removed and replaced.
Yeah, well, that is an issue. We've seen this at my cloister as well. We finally got the money in our time of when we prospered some, and then we replaced a lot of the old Me Wendy stuff that was there. Yeah.
And that's why I think the petition about cutting down the tree is actually a good initiative from the church.
Trees.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Quintus, Bowen, this is not fair for me to see, especially not to you, Bowen, but if we ever go to another dream, then you will see for yourself that there are more things. Even I'm confused. I thought the sun was the only thing that was there. Apparently it's not.
We should keep our history, but not in the same place.
If there,
And I believe what you're saying about these dream worlds and stuff, and I would never put them off as some kind of myth or something. That's not what I'm trying to say. They are there. You're always telling the truth about such things. So but you know, that doesn't mean that you can't have total devotion in the place of worship to Aedon and not get distracted by old beliefs. And if the answer is that there's a smaller chapel next to this tree where we could worship Aedon without interference from any other old stuff, then that's okay for me as well, because it doesn't have to be a big temple. I think that is a mistake they've made in the past as well, going big instead of going for a place of actual worship to the new god.
I think you like Stendhal then.
I think that's the next place on our journey. So
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying, because they never built. Stendhal is quite a new town, and they didn't have an old temple to repurpose. But the Lord Stendhal himself isn't religious, so he was opposed to the raising of any kind of church there. So the people just made their own, and it's a really cozy and small church. It's actually called Small Church.
I love it already.
It sounds amazing. I think this is an example to all worshippers of Aedon.
Yes.
Let's first take a look at it, right? Before we form any reasonable opinion.
Makes sense. So,
Okay then.
Oddly, was just
Uncomfortable
sitting,
silence. Yeah.
Uncomfortable.
Oddly was just sitting there listening to all this. Well, let's just call it what it is: bullshit, and drinking her wine and brandy and enjoying dinner, getting monthly.
It's it's a really nice dinner. It's except for the discussions that are being held and Lord Reinwald pushing buttons here and there just to see what kind of reaction he gets from the laity over there.
I actually enjoy that.
Yeah.
Just sit back and watch the show sort of happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's making stabs at them, but sort of in a friendly manner. And so
Yeah. We'll keep it lighthearted.
Yeah. But yeah, at some point the evening ends. Mostly the servant and the other people of his household staff go away, and just you guys remain with Lord Reinwald and his wife and his son, drinking some more of that delicious brandy, and just sharing stories at the hearth.
Yeah.
And at some point, I don't know if you guys consider that private enough, or if you take your leave at the end of the evening and retire.
Well, I do retell some of the adventures that we had, but in a more... I don't know how old the son is that you said, but...
he's in his 20s already. So.
Yeah, okay, so...
He has his own kids, but those aren't bad.
Yeah, sure. But so I do tell a bit of our adventure in the Grove, but I leave out most of the... Yeah... I tell it almost more as a sort of nice adventure that we had. That
to leave out all the psychological drama and the nightmares.
Yes,
and
yes, exactly. It's the light version.
Nice.
But I do talk about the dragon that we saw, and
he picks up his great-grandfather's journal at some point, and he reads some passages from it, and it describes these hunts they would go on where they would fight these mythical creatures. And well, they sound mythical, but you actually saw those creatures inside of the dream, like these bear owls and stuff like that.
Yeah,
these half creatures, half other creatures, griffins, hippogriffs.
Misplacer
beasts, yes, and stuff like that.
We have misplaced the beast,
but also other stuff of legends like unicorns and pegasi and griffins and hippogriffs and stuff like that. Creatures you don't see anymore. Mexotowers, yeah. It's,
I can tell them that we sort of saw a unicorn.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Uni.
Anyway, then you say your goodbyes to Lord Reinwald and head back to the garrison, I guess?
Yeah, I do.
And when heading back, I say maybe we should just make a campfire and have our own little bit more private farewell.
I like that idea.
I'm not against that idea.
So you like it?
Yeah, I like it, Sam says.
Let's camp out in the woods.
Says Paddle. Like some little bit more intimate settings.
The way that our journey has been going, we can't get too attached to soft mattresses.
And I guess Quintus likes the barracks more than sleeping outside, so I can totally understand if he wants to sleep inside.
I don't know if you're going to sleep outside. I'm just suggesting a campfire and a good talk and having some drinks before we take our leave tomorrow. But I would personally prefer to sleep in bed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's our last night together, Petal says. Because I'm staying here, I'm not coming with you guys anymore.
Yeah, you said.
Yeah, that's sad.
That's why I wanted to have a little bit of a going away mode.
But it's goodbye then, right? Not farewell.
It is goodbye.
We will see you guys again.
We will see you as soon as I'm able to. We have some business to take care of in Brentwick, and but yeah, if my family is also going to be involved in this endeavor, then I will surely visit as often as I can, and I don't really have any goal as of yet for after I visited Brantwick. So I could see a scenario where I return immediately.
I need to resettle my people. Maybe I do this on this side.
I know, yeah.
Who knows?
I think the world could use a bit of your magic and wonder. The magic and wonder from your world. I feel that it has been missing for some time.
I think so too, Sam says. It's, I mean, I don't feel that connection anymore that I used to over here. And I understand that is because Alaris is gone, but it's just, yeah, it's not the same. World used to be more beautiful in a way. And without gods to dream up the world, I guess that's lacking.
Yeah.
Oh, in the meantime, Quintus said his goodbyes and he's going back to the barracks. He has no place in this goodbye. And also, Sir Gunther took his leave because he didn't have any adventures with Petal nor the...
Well,
Okay, so
I did them farewell, but it's only you three now. So.
Oh my god.
wait.
Your plan worked.
No, wait. When he's actually going, you see me slow my steps and I run after him, and I just say to him, "Oh, okay. I think I've not been holding to my tenets as strictly as I should, and I feel some envy when I hear you talk and stuff." And so I didn't want to... I should not have maybe spoken the way I did. You are more than welcome to sit at the fire, I think. Even though I won't like it that much. But I can't, from the bottom of my heart, act in this way.
Brother Bowen, your honesty is much appreciated. And the light of Aedon shines upon you. But this is a private matter and I won't be attending it. I will leave to my room and I will join you all in the morning.
Oh, okay, that's fine as well. Thank you. And I walk back to the rest of the group.
Nice.
So what did Quintus say?
Oh, he said that this is not his place to be, and he is just going for a good night's rest. And I totally understand where he's coming from.
These Templar make up the worst spies. And they can't
So
lie. They give you the your private moments.
So it seems.
Yeah.
No, that's actually a plus point for Quintus in Altlief's book, I think.
Yeah, you're keeping score.
Yeah.
+1.
I'm already 50 in the min and I'm now a +1.
The goal is to get above 0.
Minus 49.
Yeah. Every time I say the word Aedon, I get another minus 1.
I'm
Anyway.
pretty sure that if someone counts the Aedons.
That we asked for some liquor at the party.
You want to steal some booze?
Yeah, he gives you some cheaper spirits.
Yeah, that's perfect. Just to have some toasts. So you bring the liquor, you start the campfire.
Yeah, you actually get a bottle of rum that he bought in Brantwick.
From a pirate.
Oh wow.
Maybe.
Arg. Or an elf pirate. This is Ugh.
Arg.
Arg.
Timber me timbers.
But campfire. You guys,
Yep.
the 5 of you, and Kiss.
Kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would really like to have some toasts tonight and just share some stories. And I would like to start with a toast to Kiss for bringing us all together.
Oh, that's so nice
that's right.
of you, Soling.
Without Kiss, you would have never found me. Petal says.
And then dear Thomas would never have gotten the chance to save you.
Yeah.
To kiss.
To Kiss.
To Kiss.
Come to think of it, he probably wouldn't have died as well. That's a different kind of story. I didn't want to. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I understand this one.
Well,
I understand this one.
When you were still cheering to Kiss, then Sam reaches out to him and he says, he's a good little bird, isn't he? And he pets him and way too rough.
And he splatters?
What?
He goes poof?
No. It's just you see his head go
back into the
really
Feywild.
flat. And, you know when you pet a cat too hard, like drawing over the eyes, and
Cool.
but Kiss sits and takes it like a bird.
I'm going a bit like this.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Well-
Thomas.
Yes.
Thanks for friends along the way, I say, and I raise my glass.
Yeah. To friends.
To friends.
To friends.
It still hurts talking about him.
Yeah,
But
I
also
miss him.
about your mother. I'm sorry about that too, Petal.
Yeah. Well, I blame them.
As you should.
And there's
we ever
still
encounter-
more of them, right?
Yeah, and if we ever
Yes.
encounter them, we know what to do.
What do we do then, Soling?
Treat them as enemies.
Bring
Make
them
sure
to
that
the
they pay for-
authorities
Make sure that they pay for everything that they have done.
Yes.
by putting them in jail.
If we can.
I think I might hunt them down. I mean, since we can move freely over here, can just bring people.
Be careful with that, though.
Don't become them,
Sorry.
Petal. Don't become them.
How do you mean?
If your heart is filled with vengeance, then how would you? When will you find love again?
Guess that makes sense.
As long as you don't start loving longhorn devils, then it does.
You don't have to do that. That's true.
But it's true what Bowen says.
Oddleaf is going to give in for the future. Oddleaf is going to send any known location of the Longhorn Devils to Petal and her pixie death squad because that's just too awesome.
The Pixie Assassins.
Yeah, special message from the Rapus Fingers. They're over
Assassins.
there. Sorry.
Love should overcome vengeance.
Not a
Although-
vaccination.
I do think that if any of them look at me with the wrong way, then they might be in trouble for what they did.
For looking the wrong way?
I think we should, in that regard,
Well,
we should
looking the wrong
focus-
way and killing Thomas. And killing Petal's mother. And destroying
this
the
a-
grove.
Or in that
A
regard,
metaphorical
we
the
should-
wrong way.
We
Yeah.
should focus on the ones responsible for this. Some of these young kids that join these bandits are usually just lost and looking for their place in the world. Like
Yeah.
Thomas. Don't forget that Thomas was one of them. But he found his way out and actually managed to do some good in this world.
That's true. I raise another. I pour everybody another glass, and then I raise a glass to Thomas.
They all had a mother and a father, you know. They were all probably loved at some point in their
But I
lives.
do agree with Oddleaf that the ones responsible for doing this
There is
deserve some vengeance.
they deserve everything that will come to them.
Like Jill.
I will make sure of it.
Yeah, or the wrath of the sun god.
Bowen, I'm going to give you the respect by not lying to you. If I get the opportunity to kill this supposed leader, I will, in a heartbeat, without second thought.
Harrow.
Oh, that's okay. If that's okay, but if we get the chance to instead do it my way, then I hope you give me a chance as well.
I agree for the boys and the girls that Oddleaf just talked about, but the one behind this,
Look, I'm not saying we shouldn't treat him harshly. If the judge says he's going to need to be executed, he certainly needs to be executed. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to say this is wrong or this is right at this moment in time. And I appreciate your honesty.
It's a difficult matter for sure. Who's to say what's right or wrong?
Who will take vengeance upon his death?
Sam, what will your being here do to this place?
What do you mean?
I mean, you bring a power or a magic here that hasn't been here for a long time.
Well,
Will it
that's your
affect the
answer.
Empire?
That's what my being here will do. But I guess I will travel back and forth like I used to. I mean, when Elris fell, I stuck around there. But it seems that this place needs me as well.
Yeah.
But what will you do? I mean...
As this conversation about magic is going on, Oddleaf takes a sip of her drink and she sneezes, and all of a sudden she's sitting 30 feet away from the fire.
What? What?
As a small torrent of smells and leafy leaves that remind you of the grove
Pixie dust.
swirl around, and a bit of pixie dust swirl around at the place where she was just sitting.
Yeah,
Oh.
like that.
Wow, that's never. That's weird. That never happened before. And I make my way back to the campfire and sit down. She's getting a bit intoxicated.
I immediately grab my luggage and I start digging in it. And I say, wait. I think I've seen similar kinds of magic in my in the book. I don't know if it's the same kind of thing, but maybe it's kind of. I saw this description of this short range teleportation they called Misty Step. Maybe it's kind of. Maybe it's that.
It could be.
Yeah, but
Who's to say?
casting through a book and casting like she just did are two completely different things.
I'm just getting a point of reference.
Yeah, but you might be right.
I'm very enthusiastic about this book. So
But you,
sorry.
Solwing, what will you do with the power you've been given? Because you're not an Oneir. You're something else. You actually carry with you a piece of a god.
No. I
Yes.
carry a piece of the sun within me.
Yes, exactly.
Which I will still not see as a god because I cannot. But what I will do is I will use
You do
it.
know that Althazar made the sun, right?
No.
There was nothing here and then he made the sun. Or so it goes.
Yeah, and he's not around anymore, is he?
Isn't he?
Well, the sun is.
And you are.
And-
Is that not more like your realm?
Haven't you met him, Solwing? In some
some.
form?
Well, not met. I dreamed.
Well, we have learned the power of dreams, my friend.
I know, but it felt like the sun that I was always worshipping, not like a creature. And all this talk about gods, it's making my belief system, it change. But still, I'm not. I cannot think of.
Expand is the correct word, not change.
I don't know if it's.
In essence, you still worship the same. And it isn't worship that matters. It's you have a power that's been granted to you. You have been chosen for something. I mean, the fact that you exist makes me wonder if there are others like you that carry pieces of gods. Because that's one step further than what I am.
One step further, but you're much more powerful than I am.
Am I?
Yes, you are.
I don't know.
Although you cannot fly, so
I can fly. But we're not here to brag.
Druid brag.
You think a bear is the only thing I can change into?
I never thought about it. Your bear form seemed like your original form.
It's not my bear form. It's our bear form.
Yeah, so there goes the confusing again. It's a lot.
I am
and
too.
I know
In
that
one.
I carry the same. And I know what I need to do, and I will cherish it and I will use it. And I will not let the corruption take down what was made.
But did he consciously give it to you?
It seemed so, yes. I was spoken to.
Did he say what you had to do?
Take the flame and guard it.
Against what? Oh, cool.
I don't know. He was, or it was, or the sun was chained. And
Well, it was his wife that fell first.
his wife?
Yes, the goddess of the moon.
I'm still having trouble with these.
Okay, in your concept,
The
the
moon.
sun was married to the moon.
No, the moon shines the light of. Oh, okay. I can go with you there. Yeah,
I think a thing is not just one thing.
that's
Also true.
true too. I think that I was meant to take the flame through the darkness. That's why I spoke about using it against the corruption. Because I imagine that it's coming from the corruption. The darkness. It spoke about.
I think it means the corruption, but it might not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know too. But I need to guard it. And I need to fight the darkness. And I have, 4 amazing friends that I see fighting that fight with me. And they're all sitting here. 5, sorry, Kiss. Sorry. So,
Wow.
another round poured to magic and to purpose and friends.
To magic. Purpose of friend.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But it's I want to know more, Sam, but also I do not. I want to just have faith and act as time moves around me.
Can you get
I
to
want
his
to
dream
know.
though?
Get to the
Dream, his dream, the eternal fire.
why?
I don't know why. Can you?
Oh, I think not. I tried sometimes to meditate and
We can get to Okul's dream or nightmare.
yeah, and I asked you.
Oddly.
We talked about that earlier.
Drunkenly says.
and we talked about it earlier, and I tried since talking to you sometimes when I was meditating, but so far I have not been able to contact or
Well, there might be
communicate.
something like the tree. I just hope it's not the
Son.
sun itself, because that's really far away.
You know, I would go with you, Solwing, but the plane of eternal fire just doesn't sound that I don't know.
And it's not that bad. It's not just only fire. Just like the endless forest isn't only trees. A lot of trees though.
It's a lot of trees.
But it's more like deserts and unending daylight.
Now I'm hungry again.
Always
Do you,
want to
do
see
you,
a
do you
desert.
think
Not deserts, deserts.
Oh, sorry.
do you think that it would actually accomplish something to go to that dream if we ever found that possibility, or is it that
Well,
I
if
got
altars are
played-
still there, getting a god on your side isn't that bad.
No, that makes sense, but it more.
I think we really have to decide what our battle actually is. Are we still journeying to Brentwick because we want to journey to Brentwick, or did we pick something up along the way that's quite more important, and are we the right people to do something about it?
I think we have. I don't
Did
know if
Urda
we
say
are.
something about that? Battle asks.
Urda said, I don't know, actually.
Urda said a lot of things.
Well, my experience, you better listen to Urda. She might
Yes.
slap you if you don't.
And we did.
Yeah, she had a lot of wisdom, but it's not so easy to where to start, actually, because
Apparently, we can walk into quite a lot of dreams.
Well, they are all still there except for one.
that's the moon one. So the
Well, it's still there, but it's
Do you know where the portal tree to the eternal fire was? Used
I
to
have
be?
no idea. I know you can reach all the dreams from the premise.
Is there a portal to the premise?
Usually, you can get. I think you can get to the premise from inside the dream.
So we have to get into one dream, find the premise.
The premise,
So-
yeah.
You know how to get to the premise from the endless forest then?
No.
Interesting.
do you know other places that on this realm that lead that are like gateways that lead to other places, or at least the general area where they might be found?
It might be. Yeah, there should be, actually. But these are probably forgotten places. Thought defunct, like the tree. But it usually takes magic from the other side, from the dream itself, to open the way. But you carry that with you already, don't you, Solwing?
Well, from a specific kind of dream, maybe, but not from all.
No. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand this path you all seem to be on.
No, but if it actually would make it, like, I never thought about going to that dream because I thought actually the flame was given to me to preserve the here. But after hearing everything that happened the past few days, we might actually also need to go to dreams to make them stable, to actually make this realm stable.
Well, yeah. Without the dreams, there is no world, or I'm not sure what will happen if they're all gone. Because this Aedon thing, God, whatever, does seem to keep this world in check without gods.
Yes.
Well, except for Aedon himself, of course.
But it's also under attack. Because people like Harbinger, who I honestly thought was a follower of the moon, but now turns out to be a follower of a already corrupted moon.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised that everything and everyone that worshipped the moon has been turned to Okul right now.
But not only them. We've even encountered the priest of Aedon who was warped and twisted. So I think that there are a lot of creatures on this in this realm, in this world, that are trying to spread the corruption.
Well, maybe after we get to Brentwick, we should take a look at Salford. See if we can make some sense out of that place. If there's still a we, of course. But I'm starting to think there might be, because, I'll be following Aeden's angel.
Great.
I think that I would like to travel with you for
kind of it's great right now.
I do smile. I'm not unhappy with the prospects of traveling together for a longer period of time. But
Shall
for me,
we end the session on that note? Because it's getting late, guys.
It is.
And I would have liked to wrap this up earlier, but we can continue this, the end of this conversation. And
should we drop the thing then again? Yeah, should our group be called Dreamwalkers?
Yeah, but the Dreamwalkers.
Kind of like that.
Dream Team.
Dreamwalkers.
Something dream.
Dreamwalkers. I like. Dream Team. I was not a big fan of.
Yeah,
but Dreamwalkers.
But can we call the chat the Dreamers then?
No, I'm still voting for Void Cats.
Void Cats. Yeah. It's why we've been ignoring you, but yeah.
So just keep ignoring.
Void Cats is awesome. Quite. Yeah,
I think it's
you can mute yourself again as well. It's okay.
I second Void.
As far as you have critters and stuff, then Void Cats is actually a pretty good one for things that don't just follow the precipice, but all of our shows.
Yeah, but because the Dreamers would be too much tied to this show. So we do more than this, just this show. But not for a couple of weeks.
That's a Dreamer.
No, but Dreamwalkers, when I make notes, like, can I replace the word the party or the group with the Dreamwalkers, or?
Who is mentioning this at the fire?
I think I am, because I just introduced. I started talking about walking into dreams and stuff.
Though technically, only 2 in our party are actual dreamwalkers.
Well,
No, don't agree.
I don't agree. 3 of us.
Yeah, you're forgetting Kiss again.
It's again.
No.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
Bowen is definitely a dreamwalker. He walks so hard in the dream that he's not actually there anymore.
Exactly.
But he is.
Bowen is a dream shifter then.
Bowen's
like
always
Dreamwalker.
walking in the dream.
I think he's maybe a dream, something like a dream disciple, a dream gatherer, or maybe a void. I don't know.
I'm shifty.
Shifty, the dream shifter.
Let's call our group the Shifties.
No, the
Dream Cooker.
Dreamwalkers. The Dreamwalkers.
Dream
Yeah,
Cooker.
That's a good one. That one I like.
I like the Dreamwalkers as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got,
Dreamwalkers
get working on the logo so you can get matching tattoos and stuff. And no, but yeah, we'll pick up this conversation and maybe start moving towards Brentwick. It's only 4 days away. Yeah?
Be only 7.
Hey guys, we should all be glad. Everyone around the campfire, be glad. I rolled a die for that, and there's 2 abilities, so you can all be glad that I didn't cast Bane as a reflex.
Yeah, well,
Anyway.
cool.
No, that's yeah. Oh,
You guys
cool.
understood
Yeah.
what happened there?
Understood
Why
what
she
happened.
suddenly did that? Alt leaf? No?
No,
Okay,
but
we'll keep that for
many
later.
strange
later.
shit has happened, so...
Let's just say that the endless
In the
forest
zone where
might have,
normal stuff doesn't happen.
the
very
endless
often.
forest might have left some.
Yeah, okay, like that. I understood. Yeah.
Some lasting effects. Anyway, yeah, we're going on a short hiatus. with
Vacation,
Precipice.
holidays, hiatus.
Yeah.
So will we be playing in 4 weeks, or because that will still be at the end of August? But
No, the next session will be the 6th of September, I think. So
Oh, man. Yeah.
It should be. So the next one would have been the 9th, and then the 23rd,
and then the 6th.
and then the 6th. So the 6th would be the next one, yes, because the 23rd I'm still away.
Oh, that's a long time.
It's a long time.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe.
right?
Well, I mean, it's
But it's as good as any point to really start a new story. I mean, we still have to finish the conversation, but who knows, right? We might actually
Like 1 month for the final question.
Well, maybe we can say that. Yeah, I don't know if we have
Episode 30?
I-
It will be episode 30, which is kind of a anniversary episode in a way.
Awesome.
I still think that we should. Well, I think we got the gist of this conversation, right? Maybe we can just leave next time.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd say goodbye to Sam and Bethel.
Yeah, just say goodbye.
But
Have a
you have
nice
4
rest.
weeks. Maybe you think, oh, I really want to ask that at Sam.
No, we have got 6 weeks. Roger.
6 weeks.
Yeah. But we also have 6 weeks to do all sorts of other awesome stuff.
True.
As well.
It's
But you
6
might be doing the dishes at some point and think to yourself, we should have asked that.
Exactly.
Well, that always happens, but
And then
Like,
you're
long rest,
at the
you're
session
finally
again. And
headed to
what was the thing I wanted to ask
Yeah.
again?
people start talking about the quality of the egg breakfast, and then all bets are off.
Then it's over. Yeah, exactly.
It's over. Yeah.
Okay, so in 6 weeks, we'll head to Brentwick.
But tomorrow there
Maybe
will,
stuff
will
happens
be
along
a
the way.
Jasper's lab.
Tomorrow
Tomorrow
there's
is just Slap, and next week we have nothing, I think.
No,
week
after
after
that we don't have
Well,
nothing.
Keep an eye on our Discord and social media. We'll post
We
it as
still
soon as
be active
we
there.
have something to do, because there might be Talking Void at some point, but we don't know. It's just
Don't fall for it, Jose. He's just trying to get those episode numbers up.
Yeah, I don't care. It's he's not going to win.
It's a nice show.
It is a nice show.
It is a nice show.
Yeah. Great show.
Yeah.
Who's next guest? What's the next question? Did you?
Eric is my next guest, I think.
My next guest?
Or right, it's Eric and then Jin.
Eric. Yeah, Eric, Jin,
Yeah.
and then me.
And the next question is, what is the most epic location on one of your characters has ever visited?
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Hey,
I like it already.
a city made out of pure gold, hanging in the
A
air.
city made out of important events on the timeline.
That one, yeah, I already discussed this question with Jasper, and those two came up. Oh, third one was Larinta Moor for me as well.
Yeah, but that's
Just
because
the idea
you use
of
the
it,
city to
city of-
teleport into that city and blow it up. But,
Flying pirate ship of Captain
anyway,
Crush.
we're getting off
Yeah,
because this
I was
conversation
thinking
could
about
last
that
for
one
another
as
hour.
well, Eric.
What was that? What did Eric say?
Flying pirate ship of Captain Crush.
Yeah, I missed that, but it was just you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was me. And it was
Because
so-
you had to die again. What is it?
I die a lot of times.
Yeah, let's start up 20 more conversations.
Exactly. So, keep an eye on socials. Tune in tomorrow for Jasper's Laboratory. And have a nice summer. And we'll see you all soon. So,
See you soon.
bye.
Bye.
And roll credits.
Good.